doing that. You're interrupting CZM. But his major issue was the fact that he was definitely wanting to keep moving, but he wasn't keeping himself aware of where CZM was, what side of the map he had, and so he's just been walking into a lot of these fights just kind of unwarranted.
Yeah. I mean, it's just fun. Basically, it's fun to watch CZM have target practice at the moment. That's kind of what we're watching. Let's go see where Chill Out is at. Oh, that's a rail to the face. Come on, CCM. Oh, there it is. Beautiful little snapshot there. 17-0.
I do wonder, though, I mean, CZM 04, I can definitely understand it. I mean, they've really been coming back into Quake Live as kind of the old knights with their battered armor from Quake 3, and this is really just like going back to what's second nature for them, though. Raph has been at the top of his game at Quake Live for so long. I'm not saying that he's not the kind of guy who would not want to do something just for the hell of it, but it is kind of cool that he's coming into this, you know, with nothing really to gain, with nothing really to prove, and just have a good time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, he probably sees it as, hey, I got a chance to play CZM in 04 today.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And we're probably going to practice anyway. Might as well, you know, throw it up on a stream, have a little fun. By the way, I just want to mention that AG, Anima Gaming, they're supported by Maverick servers. So just want to toss that out because I know that, you know, this is their first tournament. They don't really have any huge prizes, but they have been able to draw some of the big names, and you know, I think as this, if it can be a solid success, which I think it so far is going to be, we've already seen some of the key players show up ready to play, and things have gone off pretty well without a hitch. So I'm hoping that this league will expand.
Absolutely.
Because quite frankly, now that I've got Quake 3 back on my computer, I'll cast this stuff anytime. You know, I mean, this is a good time.
Well, you're always welcome to. And I was just saying the other night, you know, on TasteofBling.tv, we do a load of different games and a huge variety. But if anybody ever wants to like step up and like kind of share the load, and we can kind of be the people who kind of go, you know what, people still want to see this, people still want to watch this, then that just ends up being better for everybody. And we've been tooting the same horn for about the past year, but I am proud to say that that horn has gotten a bit bigger and it's gotten a bit shinier, so we can toot it even harder. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
So you're trying to say that you're a grower, not a shower?
Wait. Well, get on with the match, shall we? Close game, eh? But
yeah, 23-0.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come back.
Now, honestly, the fun part about this game, yeah, it's a stomping on one-sided in terms of the frag count. For me, it's fun to watch how CZM is running items. I mean, there are certain things he's leaving up because he knows he doesn't need them in the next battle. But, I mean, look at this. Just backing straight into the Mega, has the red, and he's just stopping. It's like, all right, I know that my opponent isn't going to chase me. There's my armor. Silly armor.
Indeed, and we hear signs from Chill Out, and CZM still anticipating a move here to mid-map. Picking up red armor, I mean, again, Chill Out has no timing here. CZM's controlling everything, but Chill Out still looking for a way to get the trap in. That was an interesting little play there, not quite able to follow it up with anything else, though, and the rocket pops from CZM are going to be very devastating indeed. And CZM gets most of his armor knocked off, but now he's got enough time. Oh, maybe Chilla can get a lucky spawn. Lucky not in the way that he can actually pull a frag together, but he can actually take some armor away from CZM. He might be able to get himself on the board now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. But does he have timing? I mean, I think Mega's at like 44 or something like that. And, you know, all it's going to take is a little bit of damage from CZM, who is going to be coming back for this Mega. I'm pretty sure he will poke his face out for it. And yeah, there it is.
Indeed, so we just got a couple, well, about 3 minutes left up on here. Or rather, just about 2 minutes left. But Chill Out, I mean, he's got himself on the board. I mean, I would definitely be very happy if I were him. And he's got a bit of stack now. Let's see how long he can hold on to it. And at what point CZM is able to break that away. A very nice rail indeed. Now, chill out. Moving back down below here, this might be able to catch CZM at rocket launcher, or maybe bait out the yellow armor. He's able to get. He had the right idea there. He didn't get the hit in though, and that's going to cost him a bit, and that might cost him enough momentum where he kind of stodges up the red armor play. Indeed, CZM's already made the RJ back on up. A very nice shot there from both of these guys, but Chill has so much more to lose right now, and now he's getting a little bit frustrated. And just missing that one initial rail shot was the start of that landslide to him, you know, leading into a few more poor decisions there.
Well, so here's my problem, is that he didn't play for the Mega even though he had the previous pickup.
Right.
And, oh, Chill Out just blew himself up. But we're back down to 27-0. You know, Chill Out did have a little bit of a item control there. It was just Mega, but CZM really wasn't initially in a good position to control it, and Chill Out kind of gave up that position and handed it to him. So we're right back to, you know, not perfect timing of the Mega, but it's as good as it needs to be. And after this armor, CZM is going to be back in good shape. Oh, maybe Chill Out stole it.
And a lot of it comes down to, you know, being able to change up your own, you know, reactions when you're in control of things. I mean, Chill Out for the past, 13 minutes has been in a place where he dodges out with a shot, and then he has to back off and give up an area, which costs him control, costs him timing, costs him all sorts of things. But even when he was in control, he was still kind of playing it out the same way, which, you know, Cecil was like, okay, fine, just leave this up for me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Getting back on the board the final few seconds. And that'll be the buzzer, guys. CZM has won 29-1. And that'll be 2 maps up for the man himself. So
we're going to find out where we're heading next here. I'm not quite sure. Wally will be sure to be very quick on the ball. He's managing to... I don't know how many monitors he has, but he's able to run a lot of different multitasks here. But we have a potential of seeing Walter and Gills, Cosmo. Actually, Zeal might be subbing in for Gills, as we cannot find him right now. We're still looking for Zeroless and 04 potentially. Though if you want to come to New York too, Tyrael and Lone Wolf are 6-3, 10 minutes into a ZTN. Yeah, I just hit the 5-minute warning just as I came in. Tyrael in the lead, now 7-3, but he's very weak right now. I mean, he's got 100 health, yeah, but he's got no way to make a move in on red armor. And Tyrael actually just lost out the fight for red armor, eating a rail in the process, and now he's looking a bit nervous. I mean, he's been dancing back and forth on the shard stairway, going, shit, where's my health? Where's my armor? And he's starting to look a little bit shaken up here. In the meantime, Lone Wolf is also fairly weak, but with Tyrael not pushing this at all because he's just too scared to come in for a fight, Lone Wolf is going to be able to be on the back end of this, try to do a few rails on Mega. Not quite get it, but there's the pop-up at the other end of the shard stairway, and Lone Wolf will be going down. Tyrael picking up another frag. Still weak here, though, and still a lot of time for Lone Wolf to pull something back together.
Yeah, I'm filing in and watching Tyrael. Now, of course, this being Blood Run, do we know if this is the first or second map out of these guys?
Not sure. Yeah. Is there one on this?
So it looks like, was that Mega grabbed? Yeah, there it is. Lone Wolf does grab Mega. Let's see what he can do with the restock on rockets.
But he's actually still looking like, I mean, he's very strong on red here, but Lone Wolf, I mean, with that Mega, he's going to be able to come in strong place, but oh, he gives up all of his positioning in the plasma gun room just in order to get us back to red armor, but it's not back up yet, and he's going to end up giving a lot out of there. That was maybe a combination of a case of mistiming and also just giving up a good thing that he had running. Maybe he didn't quite know how little health that Tyrael had at that point.
Yeah, and really, Tyrael is just frying his opponent at the moment with his lightning gun, and a little switch up to the rocket. But yeah, I think we can say that Tyrael is starting to run away with this thing. Lone Wolf finally getting a frag back. Red armor will be his.
Oh, and it looks like there's going to be one off at the spawn as well. Very nice. the grenade's going to have a little bit of the last laugh there, but Lone Wolf should be able to make a strong play for this Mega in a few seconds. Lone Wolf is going to be coming back up through the teleport. Well, no, actually, it's going to be doubling on back. A little bit risky, depending on where Tyrael was going to be spawning, but Tyrael's actually back up at Rocket Launcher with only LG at this point in time. But taking a long way back up the stairs, Tyrael should be able to find Lone Wolf plenty ready for the attack. But oh, Lone Wolf actually gets a drop on him, giving up the red armor in order to do damage, and that last rocket was sweet.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Lone Wolf to not be checking for that red. I mean, that would have been such an easy fight had he collected the red himself. Even if he did have to put himself into a spot of danger, while Tyrael... Yeah, because I mean that red armor was Tyrael's way back in. Yeah, he needed that after Lone Wolf had been able to collect a little bit.
And it did look like Lone Wolf was anticipating that Tyrael was going to risk a bit for that red armor, and actually his shots were not bad. It just wasn't enough, and that rocket pop, though it was a good hit, it actually created too much distance and let Tyrael's LG just do the rest of the work. Tyrael's very weak here right now. Nice. And oh, there's the nade down on top of Lone Wolf, still on death's doorstep right now. 17 health. Nades are going to be tossed out just in haste, just to try to keep some distance, and actually one of those connects just a little bit, but can he risk the play for red armor? I mean, he's got Tyrael down below him. Oh, beautiful. That's how you do it.
Yeah, he actually had to do 2 grenade jumps there. He was worried about there were 2 nades up on the platform. He's able to survive long enough. Oh, but the fresh spawn. Yeah, this isn't Quake Live, folks. You can get spawned right next to, and that's exactly what happened. That puts Tyrael right back in the driver's seat. He has a rocket launcher and a railgun to his name. Not much else. Over to Lone Wolf's point of view. 4 health, 2 health, and he's going to back off just barely to the 50s here. But not enough to keep him alive. So 18-7 now. Tyrael back in the driver's seat. And we're going to wind this down another 8 seconds.
I mean, Tyrael has weapons right now, but he doesn't have any kind of stack. If Lone Wolf can make these plasma hit, well, he's not going to be able to, and that's going to count it on down. 19-7. Not sure which map that was. I guess we're about to find out. Okay, there was a response. I didn't see it. So we're going to be moving to a second map here, and I'm going to be spec only. One nice thing about IO Quake 3, it actually stores the command buffer from session to session.
So guys, what we're going to do here is this will be kind of the last match. That will be kind of I don't know how you say it. We should start to see some better matches after this.
Oh, absolutely. I'm taking it as a good sign that there are some bad matches. That means that there's some newer players, and when you're talking about any game that isn't like, you know, the most mainstream current one, then every new player is a welcome addition.
By the way, I thought that this was very kind. Slava hopped on. He was like, "Hey man, need any food, any drink, anything like that?"
Aw.
Yeah.
A bit of a drive though, so yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah. I mean that's an expensive beverage.
Yeah.
It's like $1,000 beverage right there.
Then he finally shows up at your place and you're like, no, I want a Diet Pepsi. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, but here we go.
I'm trying to watch my weight as we go live.
Map 2. Following Tyrael off the bat here, he's going to be able to get YA Mega Health. What? This is
DM13 on?
No, this is not DM13. There's no DM.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
DM13 compressed.
Yeah. Sorry.
Different colors too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so used to, you know.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, I don't know the map as much myself, but we'll be able to see some of the differences here as we get carried along. But Tyrael's got an immediate advantage, though. No lightning gun to his name down below with rocket launcher. It's not going to be quite good enough to do anything really good. That room being smaller means that it is just frag bait for those rockets. But Lone Wolf is getting out of there. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And Tyrael's going to be left kind of going, wait, I thought we were going to fight. Are we not going to fight? Fine, I'll go pick up a lightning gun, come back around here, and make another play for the health on top of the jump pad. Well, rather the shards. But Tyrael's actually keeping a lot of distance right here. He's really focusing on items above everything else. He really hasn't come back in for much of an aggressive play.
Yeah. So let me take a look at Lone Wolf. Trying to careen in, but didn't get much out of it. We got Tyrael walking away with that Mega.
And actually, Lone Wolf, I mean, he has the positional advantage here. We should see Tyrael's Mega get kind of knocked off just a little bit as Tyrael doesn't quite have time.
Nice.
And here comes Lone Wolf, shoop to whoop, taking the bait, taking the red armor, and taking the frag. Very nice play, leaving him a little bit weak, but he's got to have Tyrael a little bit demoralized here. A beautiful